What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, October 1st, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Sony Pictures has released the first photo of double Oscar winner Tom Hanks as the late children's television icon he will play in an as-yet untitled Mr. Rogers movie. The film focuses on Fred Rogers' friendship with journalist Tom Junod, played by Matthew Rhys, a recent Emmy winner for his performance in The Americans. Sony's synopsis says, after a Jada magazine writer is assigned a profile of Fred Rogers, he overcomes his skepticism, learning about empathy, kindness, and decency from America's most beloved neighbor. Mariel Heller is directing the movie, which screenwriters Nora Harpster and Mikhail Fitzgerald based on Junot's article, Can You Say Hero? Susan Kelechi Watson and Chris Cooper is co-starring in the film. It is slated to open in theaters on October 18th, 2019. Rogers hosted Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on PBS from 1968 to 2000. He died at the age of 74 in 2003 from stomach cancer. Paramount Pictures has released the first photo of actor Taron Egerton as music superstar Elton John in the biopic Rocketman. Paramount tweeted alongside an image, an epic musical fantasy, an uncensored human story. Take a first look at Taron Egerton as Sir at Elton Official in #Rocketman coming soon. The shot shows Egerton wearing oversized sparkly glasses, a gold lame jacket, and sneakers with wings on the sides of them. He is lounging with bare legs on a strip couch on an airplane. The first trailer for the movie is to debut Monday, co-starring Jamie Bell, Richard Madden, and Bryce Dallas Howard. Rocketman is scheduled to open May 31st. John is currently on his farewell concert tour. Egerton is known for his roles in Eddie the Eagle and Kingsman movies. Terrence Howard says he won't reprise War Machine in the new Iron Man movies. The 49-year-old actor said on Thursday's episode of Watch What Happens Live that he has no plans to return to Iron Man after being replaced by Don Cheadle after the first movie. The star acknowledged, "You know what's so funny? Even though I love Don Cheadle so much and I love what he's done, I still hear a lot of fans asking, am I coming back to be War Machine?" Howard played James Rhodes, a.k.a. War Machine, in the first Iron Man movie, but was replaced by Cheadle following a contract dispute. He says of his potential return, "I think they could have a huge franchise off of it, but fuck them." Howard previously told Watch What Happens Live in 2013 that Robert Downey Jr., who plays Iron Man, pushed him out of the franchise. The actor says, "It turns out that the person I helped become Iron Man, when it was time to re-up for the second one, he took the money that was supposed to go to me and pushed me out." He also added, "We did a 3-picture deal. They came to me with the second and said, look, we will pay you 1/8 of what we contractually had for you because we think the second one will be successful with or without you. And I called my friend that I helped get the first job, and he didn't call me back for 3 months." Howard and Downey had a friendly reunion in February 2016 after feuding over Howard's departure for years. Howard said of their reconciliation, "Nice to see my old friend again. #life is too short. #all good." Actor Ryan Reynolds and director Shawn Levy have signed on for the 20th Century Fox sci-fi comedy Free Guy. Reynolds is signed on to star as a bank teller who discovers he is a background character in a video game, while Levy, known for the Night of the Museum series, will direct. The screenplay from Matt Lieberman was purchased by 20th Century Fox as a spec script in 2016. Reynolds and Levy are also slated to produce alongside Greg Berlanti, Sarah Schetzler, and Adam Kolbrenner. George Dewey is executive producing, while Mike Ireland is overseeing the project at Fox. Downsizing and Good Will Hunting star Matt Damon played and battled Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh in the season 44 premiere of Saturday Night Live. The sketch comedy show's cold open satirized Kavanaugh's Thursday's hearing before the Senate Judiciary Committee, during which he emotionally denied Christine Blasey Ford's allegations that he drunkenly forced himself on her and held her against her will at a 1982 party while they were teenagers. Damon, as Kavanaugh shouted, holding back tears as he began his opening remarks at the hearing, says, "I'm going to start at 11. I'm going to take it to a 15 real quick." And he also added, "I'm here tonight because of a sham, a political con job orchestrated by the Clintons, George Soros, Kathy Griffin, and Mr. Ronan Sinatra. Now I am usually an optimist. I'm a keg is half full kind of guy, but what I've seen from the monsters of this committee makes me want to puke, and not from beer. Dr. Ford has no evidence, none. Meanwhile, I've got these calendars, these beautiful, creepy calendars." The 13-minute segment also featured Senator Chuck Grassley, played by Alex Moffat, Senator Dianne Feinstein, played by Cicely Strong, Senator Amy Klobuchar, played by Rachel Dratch, Senator Tom Tillis, played by Mickey Day, Senator Cory Booker, played by Chris Reed, Senator John Kennedy, played by Cal Mooney, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, played by Pete Davidson, Senator Lindsey Graham, played by Kate McKinnon, and Prosecutor Rachel Mitchell, played by Addie Bryan. A cardboard cutout of actress Alyssa Milano also appeared behind Kavanaugh and Mitchell as they spoke. The Charm and Who's the Boss alum, who is a vocal advocate for women's rights, attended Thursday's hearing in Washington, D.C. Rapper Kanye West said the Saturday Night Live team bullied him when he headed to the stage wearing a Make America Great Again hat. West, who has been vocal about his support for U.S. President Donald Trump, performed 3 songs as the musical guest for this weekend's season 44 premiere of SNL. He was wearing one of Trump's Red's Make America Great Again hats when the cast and guest host Adam Driver gathered on the stage together at the end of the show. UsMagazine.com said that West addressed the audience after the camera stopped rolling and said, "They bullied me backstage. They said, 'Don't go out there with that hat on.' They bullied me, and then they said I'm in the sunken place." Without naming who urged him to take the hat off, West continued, "I think the universe has balance. 9% of news are liberal, 9% of TV, LA, New York, writers, rappers, musicians, so it's easy to make it seem like it's so one-sided." He also added the blacks want always Democrats. It's like the plan they did to take the fathers out of the home and promote welfare. Does anybody know about that? That's a Democratic plan. Variety said most of the crowd remained quiet while some people booed as West spoke. He concluded by thanking SNL for the opportunity to express himself, even though some of y'all don't agree. The hip-hop star tweeted Sunday morning, "Had so much fun in SNL. Lauren agreed that I would host before the year is out. Need to set a date. Gonna be so lit. In the words of Lil Pump, exquisite." The president was also on Twitter Sunday to talk about SNL. Trump posted, "Like many, I don't watch Saturday Night Live, even though I past host it. No longer funny, no talent or charm. It is just a political ad for the Dems. Word is that Kanye West, who put on a Make America Great hat after the show, despite being told no, was great. He's leading the charge." The show, again, opened with a satire of last week's Senate Judiciary Committee's hearing into decades-old sexual abuse allegations against Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh, who was portrayed by Matt Damon. Crazy Rich Asians and Ocean's 8 star Awkwafina is the guest host Saturday Night Live on October 6th. Hip-hop star Travis Scott will be the music act for that episode of the New York-based sketch comedy show. Former SNL head writer Seth Meyers will return for the October 13th edition when singer-songwriter Paul Simon, who last weekend wrapped up his farewell concert tour in New York, will provide the musical entertainment. X-Men and Skins alum Nicholas Hoult is to lend his voice to the hero at the center of Hulu's stop-motion animated comedy Crossing Swords. Variety said a 10-episode first season of the medieval cartoon is to debut in 2020. It will also feature characters voiced by Luke Evans, Seth Green, Tony Hale, Wendy McClendon-Covey, Brenken Mayer, Adam Pally, Adam Ray, Tara Strong, and Alana Albach, Deadline.com says. Robot Chicken executive producer John Harventine IV and Tom Root are the creators of Crossing Swords. Luann de Lesseps was feeling proud on her son's 22nd birthday. The 53-year-old television personality reunited with her son Noel on Thursday in New York following their lawsuit drama. De Lesseps shared a photo on Instagram of herself embracing Noel. She marked the occasion by lighting birthday candles and several pastries. The star captioned the post, "At Noel de Lesseps, proud to be your mom. Happy birthday to my handsome, kind boy." De Lesseps said in an interview in People in August that she had reconciled with Noel and her daughter, 23-year-old Victoria, after the siblings and De Lesseps' ex-husband, Alexandre De Lesseps, sued her in July. The star said, "Things between my kids and I are going great. Everything is cool." She also added, "The story continues between Alexandre and me, but not the children. That's all that matters to me. We'll work things out." De Lesseps said during an appearance on Today in August that the lawsuit contributed to a relapse in sobriety. She recalled, "That was devastating. I felt betrayed. I felt so hurt. I lost it." De Lesseps is known for starring on Bravo's series The Real Housewives of New York. She skipped the season 10 reunion in August due to a rehab stint, but responded to her co-star comments on Watch What Happens Live this month. Netflix is developing 3 new sci-fi series, including The Island with Kate Bosworth. The streaming company shared details about The Island, October Faction, and Warrior Nun in a press release Friday after picking up the shows to series. Bosworth will produce and star as Casey in The Island, which co-stars Natalie Martinez and Alex Pettyfer. The show follows 10 people who wake up on a treacherous island with no memory of who they are or how they arrive. The Island will feature Neil LaBrute as showrunner, director, and writer, Jonathan Scarf as director, and Lucy Tedlier as writer. Chad Oakes and Mike Frislev will serve as executive producers. October Faction is based on the comic book series by Steve Niles and Damian Worm. The series follows monster hunters Fred and Dolores Allen, who move their family back to upstate New York after the death of Fred's father. Damian Kindler, who will serve as showrunner, director, and executive producer, with Niles as an executive producer. Casting has yet to be announced. Niles tweeted Friday, "I guess the cat is finally out of the bag. The October Faction is going to be a Netflix series." Warrior Nun is inspired by the Warrior Nun Aurelia manga. The show follows a 19-year-old woman who wakes up in a morgue with the divine artifact embedded in her back that allows her to fight demons on Earth. Simon Barry will serve as a showrunner, executive producer, and writer, with Amy Berg as consulting producer and Terry Hughes Burton as co-executive producer. Casting has yet to be announced. Penny Dreadful actress Eva Green, Into the Badlands actor Marton Csokas, and Robin Hood alum Eve Hewson are to star in the BBC 6-part drama The Luminaries. The series, based on Eleanor Catton's Man Booker Prize-winning novel, is to begin filming in November. The story takes place during the 1860s gold rush in New Zealand. Green said in a statement, "Eleanor has written a series of brilliant screenplays. I love her original novel, and it's exciting that her own screen adaptations reveals yet more exquisite material." Catton added, "I've had a tremendous fun adapting this novel for the screen and feel incredibly lucky to be working with such fantastic people across different art forms. Writing a novel is a solitary business, but writing for the screen is empathetically collaborative, and to see the world of the Luminaries enlarge and enrich in ways that goes far beyond the scope of my own imagination has been a humbling and hugely exhilarating experience. I couldn't be happier that the brilliant Claire McCarthy is at the helm, and I can't wait to see this incredible cast bring the story to life." Showtime has declined to order a 3rd season of the Jim Carrey-produced dramedy I'm Dying Up Here. Deadline.com said that low viewership was to blame for the cable network's decision to cancel the show. Starring Melissa Leo, Ari Grainer, Michael Allegarino, Clark Duke, R.J. Seiler, Jake Lacey, and Andrew Santino, the series takes place in the stand-up comedy scene of the 1970s in Los Angeles. Arganarano tweeted Friday, "I'm very grateful for these last 3 years. When people ask me about the show, I say it's a complicated show about complicated people, but it was really fun to make it. Thanks for watching. Much love." Actress Juliette Lewis confirmed on Twitter that she has joined the cast of the Roseanne spinoff The Conners. The actress tweeted this week, "Yep, this is happening. The secret is out. At Juliette Lewis is on The Conners, #The Conners," along with a photo of her holding a script with the sitcom's name embezzled on the front of it. Another post features a photo of Lewis with Johnny Galecki and Sarah Gilbert, who play exes David and Darlene on the show. Lewis wrote, "Guess who's stopping by? #The Conners. Reunited with my Griswold brother. So excited. The writing is so good. #Juliette Lewis is on The Conners." Lewis and Galecki played siblings Audrey and Rusty Griswold in the 1989 movie Christmas Vacation. The Hollywood Reporter says Lewis will play Galecki's girlfriend Blue, but it is unclear in how many episodes they will appear. The Conners is scheduled to debut on October 16th. Scandal actor Tony Goldwyn has signed on to play News Division President Max Schumacher in the Broadway play Network. Goldwyn tweeted after his casting was announced, "Super excited about this." The stage adaptation of the 1976 movie will also star Bryan Cranston and Tatiana Maslany. Ivo Van Hove is directing the show at Manhattan's Belasco Theater. Preview performances are to begin November 10th with an official opening plan for December 6th. A press release says Howard Beale, news anchorman, isn't pulling in the ratings. In his final broadcast, he unravels live on screen, but when the ratings soar, the network seizes on their new-found populist profit, and Howard becomes the biggest thing on TV. Network depicts a media landscape where opinions trumps facts, hilarious and hair-raising by turns. The iconic film by Patty Chayefsky won 4 Academy Awards in 1976. Scandal wrapped up its 7th year on ABC in April. Since then, several of Goldwyn's collaborators have taken jobs in the theater. Kerry Washington will be seen starring next week in American Son, a play produced by Scandal creator Shonda Rhimes, and Scandal co-star Katie Lowell has been playing a supporting role in the musical Waitress since July. And a related story, Shonda Rhimes, Jada Pinkett Smith, Gabrielle Union Wade, and Dwayne Wade have joined the production team of Broadway's American Son. The play's ensemble features Kerry Washington, Stephen Pasquale, Eugene Lee, and Jeremy Jordan. Christopher Demos Brown is penning the drama, and Kenny Leon is directing it. Performances will begin October 6th with an official opening night planned for November 4th. The synopsis reads, a Florida police department in the middle of the night, 2 parents searching for answers. American Son is a gripping tale about who we are as a nation and how we deal with family relationship, love, loss, and identity. Writer-producer Rhimes and Washington previously worked together on the ABC political drama Scandal for 7 seasons. Oscar-winning actress Gwyneth Paltrow married television producer Brad Falchuk in New York's Hamptons on Saturday afternoon. Among the guests were Jerry Seinfeld and his wife Jessica, Steven Spielberg, Cameron Diaz and her husband Benji Madden, and Robert Downey Jr. and his wife Susan, People.com reported. E! News says the couple exchanged wedding vows in the yard of a private home. The Seinfelds hosted a rehearsal dinner for Paltrow and Falchuk on Friday. The Iron Man and Shakespeare in Love actress and the Glee and American Horror Story co-creator announced their engagement in January after dating for more than 3 years. Paltrow was previously married to Coldplay rocker Chris Martin, the father of her daughter Apple and son Moses. Falchuk has 2 children with his ex-wife Suzanne. Marty Balin, the co-founder of the psychedelic rock band the Jefferson Airplane, has died at the age of 76. The Jefferson Airplane Facebook page said Friday, "We have lost a true legend. Marty Balin helped start a revolution that still lives on today. He'll be greatly missed. Our hearts go out to his family, friends, and musicians, fans everywhere." Rolling Stone magazine said it confirmed with Balin's representative his Thursday's death, but said the cause has not yet been disclosed to the public. Balin helped create Jefferson Airplane in the mid-1960s, which included Grace Slick, Paul Kantler, Jorma Carnuginian, Jack Cassidy, Skip Spence, and Sig Toyley Anderson. He played at the famed Woodstock Festival and co-wrote several hit songs, including Coming Back to Me, She Has Funny Cars, and Miracles. Balin left and rejoined the group several times throughout the years as the band's lineup rotated and name changed to Jefferson Starship, then Starship. The group was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996, and Balin departed for the final time in 2008. The musician also enjoyed a successful solo career and managed other bands. Balin was 76. Country music star Carrie Underwood's Cry Pretty is the #1 album in the United States. Coming in at number 2 on Saturday's Billboard 200 charts is Eminem's Kamikaze, followed by 6 Lakh's East Atlanta Love Letter at number 3, Drake's Scorpion number 4, and Travis Scott's Astroworld at number 5. Rounding out the top tier are Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentleys at number 6, Ariana Grande's Sweetener at number 7, Paul McCartney's Egypt Station number 8, Nicki Minaj's Queen at number 9, and Juice WRLD's Goodbye and Good Riddance at number 10. The Tiffany Haddish Kevin Hart comedy Night School is the number one movie in North America, earning $28 million in receipts. BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in at number 2 is Smallfoot with $23 million, followed by The House with the Clock in Its Walls at number 3 with $12.5 million, A Simple Favor at number 4 with $6.6 million, and The Nun at number 5 with $5.4 million. Rounding up the top tier are Hellfest at number 6 with $5 million, Crazy Rich Asians at number 7 with $4.2 million, The Predator at number 8 with $3.7 million, White Boy Rick at number 9 with $2.4 million, and Peppermint at number 10 with $1.8 million. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1962, Johnny Carson takes over from Jack Paar as the host of the late-night talk program The Tonight Show. Carson went on to host The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson for 3 decades, becoming one of the biggest figures in entertainment of the 20th century. John William Carson was born on October 23, 1925 in Corning, Iowa. He grew up in Norfolk, Nebraska, served in the U.S. Navy in the mid-1940s, and attended the University of Nebraska. By the early 1950s, he was living in California, working in radio and the emerging medium of television. He later moved to New York City, and in 1957 became the host of the popular game show Who Do You Trust? In 1958, Carson appeared on The Tonight Show as a substitute for host Jack Paar. The Tonight Show had originated in 1951 in Los Angeles as a radio program hosted by Steve Allen. In 1954, the program moved to TV, and in 1956, Jack Paar replaced Allen as the host. Carson took over permanent hosting duties from Paar on October 1st, 1962. He hosted the show from New York City until 1972, when it relocated to Burbank, California. Each edition of The Tonight Show began with Carson's sidekick, Ed McMahon, announcing "Here's Johnny." Carson, who became known for his relaxed, affable stage presence and dapper appearance, performed an opening monologue of jokes, punctuated by his trademark golf swing. Following the monologue, he would banter with McMahon and the show's bandleader, Doc Severinsen, and sometimes perform skits and play characters such as Chronic the Magnificent, an all-knowing seer, and the elderly Aunt Blabby. Carson then conducted celebrity interviews. The Tonight Show featured sit-downs with the day's biggest movie and TV stars, as well as athletes, politicians, singers, comedians, and animal acts. On December 17, 1969, The Tonight Show drew its largest audience when some 58 million people tuned in for the on-air wedding of the diminutive singer Tiny Tim to a teenage fan known as Miss Vicky. As for Carson's influence on the TV industry as a whole, according to his obituary in the New York Times, throughout his career, Mr. Carson was instrumental in changing some of the bedrock ways television operated. His move to Burbank meant a realignment of American pop culture from East Coast to West Coast, from Broadway to Hollywood. And once The Tonight Show ceased to be televised live from 11:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. and began being taped in the early evenings, it lost some of the spontaneity and sense of danger that live performance brings, and also eventually a half hour of its running time. The practice of taping is now the norm, and virtually all live entertainment programming on national television has become a thing of the past. After 3 decades with the hugely successful Tonight Show, Carson decided to retire. He hosted his final show on May 22, 1992. Comedian Jay Leno took over hosting duties the following day. Carson, who was married 4 times, stayed largely out of the public spotlight after retiring. On January 23, 2005, the late-night TV legend died at the age of 79 from complications of emphysema. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, October 1st, 2018. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.